I've spent the last 5 years setting up a kind of biological preserve.
What kind of park is this?
We've made living biological attractions so astounding that they'll capture the imagination of the entire planet.
It's a dinosaur.
There's no doubt our attractions will drive kids out of their minds.
Grandpa!
We're gonna make a fortune with this place.
We're going to open next year, that is if the lawyers don't kill me first.
What species is this?
It's a velociraptor.
The park will open with the basic tour you're about to take.
Don't you see the danger, John, inherent in what you're doing here? Genetic power is the most awesome force the planet's ever seen. You wield it like a kid that's found his dad's gun.
These are aggressive living things that have no idea what century they're in, and they'll defend themselves violently if necessary.
Dinosaurs and man. Two species separated by 65 million years of evolution have just been suddenly thrown back into the mix together. How can we possibly have the slightest idea of what to expect? Hey, what'd I touch?
We didn't touch anything, we stopped. Anybody hear that? It's an impact tremor is what it is.
Maybe it's the power trying to come back on.
What the hell? Fences are failing all over the park.
Are you hearing this?
The shutdown must have turned off all the fences.
Fairly alarmed here.
Hold on to your butt.
Oh no.
Call them aliens. Tell them to send the damn helicopters.
I can't get Jurassic Park back online.
Yeah, that's nice. Gotta go.
Come on, we gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here.
The only thing that matters now are the people we love.
Which is just a delay. That's all it is. All major theme parks have delays.
Yeah, but John, if the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't eat the tourists.
When we have control
You
again.
never have control. That's the illusion.
Boy, do I hate being right all the time.
Hold on to your butts.
Oh, baby. We're in a move that you didn't want to do.
I'm dinosaured out.
You're dinosaured out.
Yeah, I'm dinosaured out. I watched 4 of these movies in like 2 days, 2.5 days.
Well, you should have watched them when they came out.
I should have watched them backwards is what I should have done. It would have gotten better.
Yeah. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
And welcome to That Movie Show. Mike Wendt, Liam Stryker, Bill Neville, and we are
Hello.
doing the 1993 film Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Jurassic Park was directed by Steven Spielberg, and of course based on the Michael Crichton book. It was released May 23rd. No, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. That's Lost World. It was released June 11th, 1993. Had a budget of $63 million, which is extremely modest for this day and age in this type of movie. And
Yeah.
came back with just over $1 billion. It starred Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, Richard Attenborough, Bob Peck, Martin Fierro, B.D. Wong, Samuel Jackson, Joseph Mazzello, Anna Richards, and first topic of conversation, possibly, arguably in 1993, the most famous person in this cast, Wayne Knight.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
Seinfeld
Newman.
was at his
Yeah.
height.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson wasn't Sam Jackson
That's
yet.
right, no.
Sam Neill it was more of an indie, serious, dramatic actor.
Yeah,
He did
right.
the piano, but Laura Dern was really more known for David Lynch stuff. Even Goldblum, I mean, The Fly was kind of his big breakout hit, but
Right.
I think in 1993, Wayne Knight, probably the most famous person, and he sat there like a slothing Hawaiian shirt wearing motherfucker.
Yeah. Look, nobody cares.
Dotson. We got Dotson over here.
Oh, God, it's so funny.
There we go. Jurassic Park. Yes, I've watched all 4 of them in 2.5 days. And before we get into the original Jurassic Park, let me just share some thoughts.
Sure.
I had never seen Jurassic World or Jurassic Park 3, despite owning them both. I haven't seen Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World, in many, many years.
Yep.
And the first Jurassic Park, honestly, I can't remember the last time I watched it, but the movie still works. The first one's really the only one that still works.
Yes, I would agree.
On every level you need it to work, besides being extremely dated in the 90s clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's really kind of it. Like that and a few of the technology things.
Yeah. Okay. So I mentioned off air, there was something I've been researching because it was told to me back in 97 about Lost World.
Okay.
And I was working at the video store. And this is a similar story about Clerks. The guy was talking to me about laser discs and stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the things he mentioned was there was a Japanese import laser disc of the Lost World Jurassic Park that included Vince Vaughn's death scene.
Okay.
Really?
And to this day, I haven't been able to find the footage. I mean, I'm sure somebody out there can Google a little deeper than I can.
Yeah.
But I've yet to see it. I've yet to find it. But he claimed it was on there, and I didn't have a region-free laser disc player, so I couldn't watch it, because that's a thing you need.
Yeah.
But watching it back again, I completely forgot how he literally disappears.
Yeah, he just disappears.
And there's no mention of it. And I feel that there's a giant chunk in the middle that's been removed that explains it, that might be on that Japanese import laser disc. Because it's not even like he just ghosts him. They don't bring him up.
Yeah.
Even at the end, there's no
where is he?
Hey, he ran away. He did this. I mean, granted, he caused all the death in the movie.
Oh, he did. He starts the whole thing.
And no mention of him in the ending. There's not even I wish whatever the fuck his name was here to open a lock or two or take somebody's bullets or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Something that puts us all in peril.
Yeah.
So there's that about Jurassic World Lost World.
Lost World.
The third one I watched late last night after filming and drinking on the Cape. So I've passed out twice.
Yeah. I've never made it through the third one.
The only part I wanted to see, I actually fell asleep. I woke up right after it, and I actually rewound it. And I'm like, I watched it. Bill? Alan. And then I moved on with my life.
Oh yeah.
Because I've seen that clip a million times. I mean, it's on every possible YouTube video you can find about Jurassic.
CinemaSins loves that.
They do. And I never seen the movie. I was like, okay, what's the context of this shit?
Yeah, no, he's just having a bad dream on an airplane.
Having a dream about a talking velociraptor. Wonderful.
Yeah. No, you know what? I have seen all that way through, because that's where she shows up with the Laura Dern shows up with the army at the end, right?
Of course, as you do.
And the boy from Barney's in it.
Yep. And I think they're watching Barney in the background.
They definitely are.
Yeah. Okay.
When he's trying to call her.
Yeah. A lot of shoehorned casting in that one, just to bring everybody back around. Okay, and then Jurassic World, which was the most, not the one that just came out, but the one that this is
the first one.
Jurassic World from 2015, I watched for the first time just today before I came here. I felt nothing.
Yeah.
I felt it was just a wash, rinse, repeat billion-dollar summer blockbuster.
Yep. I watched
nothing.
I watched that one on the last day of a bachelor party weekend in Vegas.
You guys are crazy.
In which we went so hard that it was just like, I can't consume more alcohol before.
So you went to a movie.
So we went to a movie.
Oh, okay. That's a little bit more acceptable than a bunch of sweaty dudes hungover sitting in a hotel room pay-per-viewing Jurassic World.
Oh, yeah, no, we went to a movie theater. Yeah, we went to a movie theater.
At least nobody could see you.
Yeah. And so it was bad. But
it just
it wasn't
a bad movie.
Yeah, it just was what it was.
It's just such a stereotypical, 2000 teens summer blockbuster.
To me, it felt like a lot like Episode 7 when that came out for Star Wars, where the previous taste in your mouth was so bad, and it was basically almost a rehash of the first one, that it felt really good.
And I don't know, because because I haven't sat with Jurassic Park 3 for a long time. Like
Yeah.
I watched it late, like 4
See,
o'clock
it's
in the
different
morning
for you.
last night. You know what I mean?
And that
So
was-
and I was like, okay, that was what it was. I passed out twice. So I'm like, I'm moving on with my life.
To like the diehard Jurassic Park fans,
Yeah.
the third movie is very much thought of the way the prequels are.
Oh, I believe it. It's an abomination of cinema.
And Spielberg didn't direct it, so people just don't care about it.
I mean, it killed a franchise that was making
for
billions
sure.
of dollars for 15 years.
for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just
It was fine.
It was a fine movie, I guess, in this day and age. It was a fine blockbuster, but I felt nothing.
Right. My issue
I'm
with
like, he's the bad guy from
Yeah.
Jump Street.
Yeah.
I know exactly what's going to happen. And then once they start calling back to the original movie, I'm like, oh, T-Rex is going to win in the end.
Yeah,
That's
right.
exactly how that's going to end.
Yeah.
I'm like, the second they found that bunker with all the shit, which even clued me in because in and out of paying attention to stuff, I'm like, so they're on the same island, huh?
Yep.
yeah.
So they kind of just built the park on top of the old park.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
this is
unlike
like
a different-
Death Island.
It's like a different part of the park.
So yeah, when they found the bunker with the old Jeep and the binoculars and all that stuff,
Right.
And I'm like, oh, so they're kind of okay. They're calling back, and I got Jake or Jack Johnson's reference with the T-shirt. By the way, $150 on eBay for a fucking Jurassic Park T-shirt. Go to Target, dude. They're $10.
I loved Nick
Yeah.
Miller in this movie.
Who?
The guy who that guy played Nick Miller on New Girl. You ever seen that
Oh
show?
no,
No.
I know the reference. But,
Yeah.
okay, now I get you. But yeah, and everybody was fine in it.
Yeah.
It just did nothing for me.
It didn't have the same soul that the first one did.
Right. Like I said, and we'll get into all of the first one because that is what this episode is on, is the original Jurassic Park. But it worked on every level still to this day.
It does. I mean, Jurassic Park is a tentpole blockbuster all-time movie.
It's plain and simple. Because the comparison is, let's look at Jurassic Park versus Jurassic World, because they both made over $1 billion.
Right.
They've rebooted the franchises, the first in that thing. Okay. Well, one was directed by Steven Spielberg, and that's why it still works. Because
Yeah.
all of those Spielberg things, it made you feel, it made you laugh, it made you, I legitimately got spooked by a couple of jump scares in that son of a bitch. I'm like, wow, well done.
Well, and there is something to be said about how awesome actual live animatronics and
Oh my
puppets
God,
are.
yes.
You look at Jurassic Park, and that T-Rex looks so real. And it's because it's physically there.
And as I mentioned off air, we all got to laugh about it. Fun fact: the animatronic of the T-Rex was malfunctioning due to the rain constantly on set. And Kathleen Kennedy, who was the producer of Jurassic Park, recounts that many times they were just sitting there having lunch, and the T-Rex would just come alive, and people would flip out and be screaming.
That is
terrified.
incredible.
And that right there just shows you how awesome that animatronic is.
And they didn't just laugh it off. It's like, oh, it's a machine. It's okay.
No,
It's
it's
these people are legitimately freaked out.
Because that's how lifelike that thing is.
Yeah.
It's like the anti-Jaws.
It is.
Because Jaws didn't want to do shit. T-Rex is just like, I'm waking up
Yeah.
randomly.
Well, the other part about the part that nobody wants to talk about with Jaws is that animatronic would go from submerged underwater to trying to lurch out.
Yeah.
And they just didn't put enough pressure to do it. And so it's like, yeah, that's why that thing didn't work. Yeah. You needed to have it like start 30 miles earlier.
It was also on a 70s budget.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, Jaws, for lack of a better term, was an independent film.
It was.
This, had Phil Tippett behind it, and the
Yeah.
whole team that created Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, yeah. Well, and
all
it's-
the Star Wars. They had
and
ILM
this is
and
post
shit.
E.T. Steven Spielberg.
Yes,
So
yes. So this very much, I feel the first one very much works, mainly because of Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Because like we said, while Jurassic World is a fine movie, it works in the way it's supposed to. It generated $1 billion and rebooted a franchise.
yeah.
I just felt empty, I guess.
Right.
There was no emotion. I didn't care about
Right.
anybody.
And
There was so much it was just like, okay, let's start the movie and let's run and scream.
right, and we're weak.
I didn't care about the kids.
No.
I didn't care about their nanny, who apparently was British. I didn't pick that
yeah.
one up.
It's so
Neither
funny.
did the movie.
Yeah.
the
They gave her
nanny.
the best death.
I think I gotta get the actor's name. I have to get the actor's name. I'll come back
Of
to
who?
her. The nanny.
Okay, give me a second.
Was that Deep Blue Sea Death? Samuel Jackson doing his speech, and all of a sudden the shark comes out and snatches him.
Oh man, that's so good.
And that happens at the end of the movie too, when they're doing the T-Rex fight. And all of a sudden, the water T-Rex, whatever the hell they were calling that thing, what was it? Leviathan was in Avengers, wasn't it? That was that thing?
Yeah.
Very similar.
The Indominus Rex?
Sure. So when they're fighting, and all of a sudden, the water dinosaur just knows, hey, they're up there. Let's snatch a bitch.
Yeah.
Where did you come from?
Yeah,
you need a cow hanging over like bait.
Yeah, right.
But all of a sudden, they'll jump out of your pool into the stands. Like, what if that was a person? This is the problem with these parks.
Well, they were so close to the edge, you could probably see them battling there.
Sure.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
And I appreciate it.
And Liam, the woman's name is Katie McGrath.
Katie McGrath.
She's good. All throughout watching all of these movies, though, all I kept thinking was, God, Kilimanjaro Safari at Animal Kingdom, man. This is like, it's one step away from just those lions going rogue and biting the shit out of people. I mean, because you're watching, and it was very much, there was a lot of heavy Disney references. Even in the trailer, they talk about, the pirates killing people or not killing people. But actually, Michael Crichton, when he wrote the original book, based John Hammond basically on a dark Walt Disney.
Right.
Which you can see.
Sure.
I mean, he builds this park with...
He spared no expense.
Yeah. Which would, in this day and age, would be... I mean, I'd say it would be robots, but we've got Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, right.
We got Animal Kingdom with real animals.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of rolling through. We got less protection than they had in those Jeeps.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, shit, that plexiglass thing held off a T-Rex for a little while.
Yeah, right.
Lion wants to get hungry at Animal Kingdom. We're dead. We got nothing but our flip-flops to protect us.
Yeah. Well, they also don't show you the 20-foot canyon that's between you and that boat.
I don't know, man. I think we could get got.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Drugs are a hell of a drug. But let's get into Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
1993's Jurassic Park. You had issue with the opening scene.
Yeah, the opening scene is just a series of people that are terrible at their job.
Oh, well, yeah.
They're awful. They are awful at their job, and they should have known right then and there that this was never going to work because everybody that's working for this company is inept.
Yeah, of course they are. Because that's how you have to start a movie like this. Just everybody's fucking up.
Yeah.
So, of course, how's the movie going to go right from here?
Yeah, right.
Yes, this is going to all break down.
Oh, no, there's something inside this crate. Oh, my God. And then
Dude's just getting straight up eaten.
Getting eaten.
The crate that you
It's like, shoot it! It's like, wow, what a waste of time and manpower.
Yeah.
You get this thing all the way here, like, sacrifice your arm, bro.
Right. And
shoot it. Great, we got to get another one over?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We have to genetically engineer it from the lab 20 feet behind us? Are you for fucking real?
Genetically engineered velociraptors. Awesome.
Yeah.
And we brought this up off air as well. BD Wong, the only one to show up in the new series.
Yeah, the only one. He was the only one. He was like, hey,
I mean, granted, I saw the trailer for the new one that came out, and Goldblum shows up.
Yep.
Is he playing the same guy?
I believe so, yeah.
Probably. He didn't die.
Yeah.
He didn't die.
No, Malcolm didn't die.
No.
Yeah, he's just very sexy man.
Yeah, he just turns up and is less sexy and more that weird person he was in Thor
Ragnarok.
I mean, let's be honest, though. This is, like, we talked last week about Training Day and how Denzel Washington has been basically playing Alonzo in one variation or another since that movie.
Yeah.
Goldblum has been basically playing Malcolm in one version or another since this movie.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just become, people forget because it's so long ago, but they're like, oh, it's just Goldblum. It's like, no, dude, he was playing the Jurassic Park guy.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Just that weird, fast talking. I'm going to say a lot of big words, and I'm just going to look damn
Independence
sexy
Day.
doing it.
Yeah, right. It's got him Independence Day, which is coming up, and I love Independence
There's
Day.
another one?
No, I'm talking about like the actual Independence Day,
okay.
which means AMC plays Independence Day all day long.
Which means that movie show, Independence Day?
Jaws.
Okay. Okay.
Are we doing basketball?
Maybe. Next week we're doing basketball. Oh, shit, is that?
We're talking July 4th week.
4th of July next week?
2 weeks.
Yeah, we're doing basketball. We're going rogue.
Yeah, sure.
The American pastime,
We'll
basketball.
figure it out day of. I mean, I text you tonight. What are we doing next week? I can make a Photoshop.
It's true.
Yeah, right.
And my first answer was a joke.
Yeah, I know. That's why I waited to respond. I'm like, that can't be it. I'll have to go and dig up a VHS of the fucking
I suggested the Goofy movie.
Oh, yeah. The Goofy movie. Gonna stand down above the crowd.
Nice.
Well done. Was that from the movie or from Goof Troop?
It's from the movie.
Oh, very good. Let's see. Where are we introduced to Wayne Knight, the most popular man in this movie, and his can of shaving cream? Does that happen like next?
No,
They
It's early in the
go to
movie.
the lawyer going into the mines right after the death scene at the beginning.
yeah. They,
Oh, okay.
And yeah,
The lawyer who I had a IMDb him. He was what I know him
Gennaro.
from. Yeah, what I know him from is Get Shorty.
okay.
He was kind of the
okay, yeah.
lackey in the barbershop where he's like, I'm just gonna sit in the diner and
Yeah,
fall
yeah.
asleep in the diner because nobody dies in diners.
Right.
That was his logic. But I kept thinking it was Fredo.
Oh, okay.
From I'm like, Fredo would be much older at this point than that.
yeah,
And then I Googled it and it's like, yeah, okay, so you're Fredo part 2.
you're Fredo Jr.
Fredo Jr.
Yeah.
So lawyer in the mines.
Yeah, and so they're just trying to dig up more amber that has like mosquitoes and nonsense.
Yeah,
in it.
because the mosquitoes are frozen, right?
Yeah.
That's what's happening? Yeah.
They're frozen and they're preserved.
Preserved, sure.
And so they're gonna have all that juicy dino DNA.
They got stuck in the sap.
They got dino blood in them, apparently.
Yeah.
Because a mosquito can pierce dinosaur skin even though most bullets can't.
Yeah.
Which we learn later in the movie.
Yeah, shoot it.
Bullets do fuck all, but I guess a mosquito is awesome.
Yeah. Look, they are annoying.
They are annoying. They are pests,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah, and then we're introduced to our main characters.
The grandchildren.
Oh
Lex and Tim Murphy.
no. Are we, no, we're not introduced to
worst.
them yet because we get Dr. Grant first.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they basically
The reason why Grant goes to where Hammond goes to where Grant and Sattler are is because the lawyer tells everybody that he needs specialists to sign off on the park.
Wasn't that one of the Muppets guys?
And Waldorf.
Statler.
Statler and Waldorf.
Uh-huh.
I'm so glad I didn't know that name watching the movie.
Yeah.
I would have lost my shit. Okay, so yeah, isn't that so? Okay, they're doing the little tour
of the dig site.
of the thing, and they're in basically the motion ride with the bars, and they're
Oh, we're
all-
not there. We're not there
We're
yet.
We're not there yet.
That's when they go to the park.
I'm all over the fucking place.
Yeah. Yeah. They,
Again, that was the first of 4.
they haven't even gotten to the park yet.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
Well,
and-
get me there.
So Hammond shows up on the dig site in the helicopter.
Yeah, and he blows up. So he's like talking to this kid about how velociraptors hunt.
The kid from Full House.
Yeah, the kid from Full House.
Duck Boy.
But it's so
Right.
annoying because it's like, hey, idiot, you're an archaeologist. How do you know that? How would you have any knowledge of that's how they hunted?
Because exposition.
Yes. Yeah. And he's obsessed with velociraptors.
I know. It just makes no sense.
They're birds of prey.
How can you tell that from birds?
A lot of these Sam Neill scenes will make a lot more sense when you realize the role was originally supposed to be Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he turned it down, and after seeing the movie, he said he made the right choice in turning it down. But basically, they wrote Indiana Jones.
They
He's
did.
even wearing a fucking hat.
Yeah, he wears
That's
the
true,
hat.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just didn't give him a whip.
So it's like they wanted Indiana Jones.
Right, and it's better that it's not because that's what everybody
Is it?
would say. Yeah, if he was Dr. Grant,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been. Everybody would have been like, you should just made it Dr. Jones.
Yeah, but it would have made 3 a lot better.
But Dr. Grant wouldn't have.
Sure, but
Would 3 be a lot better with Harrison Ford and possibly Danny Trejo?
Where is Danny Trejo fit in?
Wherever he wants.
Yeah, because you can get Danny Trejo for not a lot of money.
Okay.
You could just get Danny Trejo.
You really could.
If we wanted to, we could call and pay for Danny Trejo.
Machete would fuck up a velociraptor. Quick.
Yeah.
Fucking quick.
Yeah, machete quick. So yeah, they end up getting to the island. There's the hilarious thing where he's trying to buckle his seatbelt, but he only has the 2 female ends.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, look at the foreshadowing for later.
I do remember hearing a lot about because there was a shitload of female foreshadowing. In this.
Yeah.
A ton of it.
Yeah. And so
We get it.
we get it. Women can do anything.
I'm just going to back away from that.
Oh, I was trying to hit you with the softball.
Me too?
Sure. Good enough. Good enough.
All right, Chris Hardwick, calm down.
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah, they go on the Fun Motion Odyssey mom ride.
Okay, finally we're here.
Yeah,
Hold on,
fine.
hold on. No, we are not there
God
yet.
damn it.
I was trying to
Oh
get
my
you there.
Thank you.
Oh, my
Fine,
goodness.
Bill. Take us on a tour then.
So they go on.
Have we seen the Barbasol fucking ad that he puts
Yes.
on the shaving cream? That's
Yes.
so The product placement was obnoxious.
Yes, so they they fly the helicopter to the island, and they do the fancy landing and whatever, and they get in the jeeps, and then Dr. Grant and Sattler and
Waldorf.
and Ian Malcolm see the Brachiosaurus for the first time.
Oh, and there's the great YouTube video.
That is a great reveal, though. That is a fantastic reveal.
Have you ever seen the YouTube video? Holy fucking shit! It's a dinosaur. Holy fucking. Oh, Jesus Christ! What the fuck? It's the best. I laughed for a solid 45 minutes.
I mean, straight up, like I said, this movie still works, and it's moments like this, not only the music, but also just the blending of practical effects and digital effects.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, though, I kind of hate Steven Spielberg because he gave us all of these fucking cartoon movies now.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
And he screwed his own career.
He did.
Because it's like he's never going to be able to get back to that spot now because everything's CGI now.
Right.
There's no, I mean, yeah, there is some, but not as much as the blending the two.
Right.
And Phil Tippett must be pissed, dude. He's like, well, I'm out.
Yeah.
I think actually in an interview, I believe he said, I'm now extinct after seeing the first cut of the movie.
Yeah, right.
He's like, I'm extinct. I can't, I'm done. I'm retiring.
Yeah, it's over. It's game over.
I don't want to learn computers. I'm a puppeteer.
One of my favorite memes that come out of that, out of the credits in Jurassic Park, was Phil Tippett. And his credit is dinosaur supervisor, and it was always, you had one job, Phil, and it was Phil Tippett and dinosaur
Well done,
supervisor.
actually. That's a good joke.
Hey.
So are we at the fucking
Yes.
ride?
So after they see the Brachiosaurus, and they do the slow head turn and the dramatic music, and then Grant asks if he has a T-Rex and almost faints.
Of course.
And then they get in the Jeeps and they go to the command center.
And they go on the Motion Mom
There you
Odyssey
go.
ride.
There we go. Now we're here. And these three supposed brilliant fucking minds act like children when a bar hits their lap.
Yeah.
Let me out of here. Let me out of here. I want to go play. I want to go play. Like, that's all I'm hearing in my head. I'm like, dude,
Right.
have you ever been on a fucking ride?
Yeah, right?
Keep your arms and feet in the car, motherfucker.
Yeah, shit. I didn't know we had to.
Bienvenido, or whatever the fuck that guy says on the monorail. Yeah, so
Bienvenido.
they strap him in. Sam Neill loses his goddamn mind because he can't, like, jump through the glass.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do, dude?
Yeah.
Clearly we find out because the thing releases him and they all run.
Yeah, they all run over to the
Like,
the
literally,
eggs.
like fucking Wonka's factory. Like, oh my God, look at the eggs. I want to touch everything.
You forgot about the one hilarious quote from the lawyer while that's going on. He points at the screen and he goes, "Are those autoerotica?"
Yeah, autoerotica. No, those are real people, pal.
Yeah,
Autoerotica.
We also get
Check his
dinosaurs.
Dinosaur.
The DNA cartoon.
Mr. DNA.
Mr. DNA, Dino DNA.
Oh yeah. So okay. So that whole thing with him talking to himself on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's part of the ride, right?
Correct.
So
he's talks about
theoretically, the man who now owns this park
Is going to stand there all
is
day.
going to stand there all day and just kind of be like doing his shtick, or is he going to? Like,
no, because
Hello, John.
is he going to redo his fucking film?
I don't.
Because that film looked old as shit.
Yeah, I don't think that I think the tour guide can change, and the tour guide.
But he says
talks.
John.
But he says, "Hello, John."
Everybody's John.
Everybody's John.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hey, you can make it happen.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
There's plenty of Johns out there.
Sure.
Yeah. Especially Johns that need to work at a theme park.
He just didn't think that went through.
No, he didn't.
It's long hours, pal.
Yeah, what are you gonna? How often are you gonna be private touring?
Get comfortable shoes.
Yeah, you old bastard.
So we find the eggs, and obviously one of them is hatching.
Yeah, of course, because it's
Timing.
Yeah, plot development.
And they all just start kind of pawing at this fucking egg that's hatching.
Yeah.
It's like, would you stop?
Yeah.
This is why these things are pissed off, because from Jump Street, you're poking it.
Yeah, it's
It's like you don't even let it hatch first.
Yeah, let the lizard hatch, and then poke it.
Sons of bitches.
And then so they have the big giant table where John Hammond is expecting everybody to be on his side and the lawyer to not be on his side.
Oh, speaking of when this movie be better, wouldn't it be better with John
you guys
Hamm?
skipped a lot.
Yeah, it would.
I bet if John Hamm was
Fine,
playing
Bill.
John Hammond.
You lead it then.
You know what though? When we get that message that we're at 50 minutes, remember whose problem it was?
No, that's fine. That's fine. But you guys skipped the Velociraptor eating the cow.
Oh,
That's before the
right.
dinner.
That's right. That's before dinner. They just
Yeah, that's their dinner joke.
yeah.
Yeah.
At the end, he goes, "Who's hungry?" And then
Yeah,
it goes to that scene.
Waka waka.
Yeah, because they basically the cow, the Velociraptor just eats the trees.
Yeah, and they pull up apparently eats metal too, because they just pull up this mangled fucking thing. It's like, how many? Again,
There's no blood. It just sucked it up.
Again, realistically, how many of those claw things do they have? Because that thing's fucked after one feeding.
Yeah, right.
Are they just replacing
Unless they're like magnets or something.
Well, it was all busted
No,
up.
no, I know.
The
yeah.
metal.
Yeah, it's like, if any,
I understand if the tarp, okay,
Right.
because the tarp's holding the cow, so I get it if that thing's ripped open. But the metal was all fucked up.
Yeah,
and
right.
like breaking and falling down, like it was about to just come off the hinges.
Yeah.
It's like, do you just replace your cranes every feeding? Because it's like 3 a day.
Yeah, and are you giving it a cow a day? Like 3 cows a day?
Sounds delicious.
I know, huh?
Some steak burgers right now.
Yeah, ooh, yum. Some ribs.
That would be nice.
Beef ribs. Ooh, that'd be good.
All right, so we get to dinner.
Yep.
Your favorite part, Bill?
Oh yeah, love this part. Well, Goldblum goes off on the rant.
Goldblum goes full Goldblum.
And he talks about the life has a way and life finds a way and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Message.
Yeah, because they don't believe that these dinosaurs should be here because they're dinosaurs and they were dead and now they're not dead.
Right.
And so yeah, it's so funny because John Hammond is just like, man, I just brought you here to yes me to death because I thought you'd all be like giddy little kids.
Oh, that's right. Because doesn't he say like the scumbag lawyer is the only one agreeing with me?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I was like,
Blood sucking lawyer.
I'm sorry. Scumbag is a bit too vulgar for this PG-13 affair where people are getting eaten, ripped in half.
Right. So then we meet the grandchildren and the tour begins.
Oh, is that a mosquito joke as well?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Yep.
There we go. References.
I assume that's
references.
why it was
References
written in there.
on references.
We're all over the place. He's very meta.
Yeah.
So yeah, we meet Lex and Tim Murphy, grandchildren of Hammond, and yeah,
Lex is the most annoying character in
Yeah.
cinematic history.
Holy crap.
I'm not a fan of really either one of them.
I don't like either one of them.
But she always gets them in trouble.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Tim almost dies every time and seems completely happy
He's
with
a
it.
dumbass kid.
It's
but
like, dude,
she's just like,
you just got fucked up and you're giggling. Like, at what point do you cry? A truck is on your leg, and you're like, this is awesome. It's like, it's not. This shit's real. That guy is ripped in half, by the way, in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
The lawyer. Why did the lawyer go? I'm gonna move ahead for a second.
when you gotta go, you gotta
Yeah,
go.
sure.
He really like dropped trow in a porta john. It wasn't like he was going.
dropped trow?
He wasn't hiding. He was wearing fucking boxers.
Yeah.
He got
Oh,
ripped
that's
out with
right,
his
yeah.
pants around his ankles. I'm like,
Yeah.
he wasn't just hiding in the john. He was legitimately
He shit his
taking
pants.
a shit. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird.
keep running, motherfucker.
I don't think they
There's a
showed him
bunch of
taking his
woods.
pants down, but
No,
when
they
he got
did.
eaten, his
Yeah.
pants were definitely down.
Because he was
Yeah,
wearing
you're right.
pants and he came up with shorts, and I'm like,
Huh.
he was actually dumping in there.
Yeah. Why? That seems like
It's a
the
fresh
worst
bathroom,
time.
though. Nobody's ever used it before.
Apparently.
It's the worst time to take a
It's just his OCD. He has to christen every bathroom he sees.
Yeah, that's what it was. Ah, damn! And then runs
1,
in.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So let's rewind a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're back on the tour.
Yeah, they're on the tour, and this is where like the tour just backfires.
Uh-huh.
None of the dinosaurs are showing up.
Yep.
It's lame AF.
The weather sucks.
The weather sucks. It's getting.
Okay, here's something I didn't understand. And I think I'm going to answer my own question, but they don't control the weather?
See, I thought for the longest time that they controlled the weather.
Because that's what it seemed. It seemed like Sam Jackson hit something and all of a sudden rain started.
No, they're on an island. There was a tropical storm.
Yeah,
coming.
that's the thing. Is that
Who doesn't build a dome over this shit?
Yeah, and John Hammond.
Spared no expense.
Come
if he
on.
spared some expense, they could have built the roof.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
Right. So tropical storm Eliza is coming in.
Okay.
It's raining. The Jeeps don't work. Our pets' heads are falling off. Fucking mess.
It's a mess.
And then Ellie gets out of the vehicle and goes to check on the
The
Of course
dying
they
tri-
do.
Yeah, the sick triceratops
because somehow the paleontologist knows how to cure a dinosaur.
because they ate nightshade or something.
Is this where they start digging and rooting through shit?
Yeah, this is
That's
exact-
later.
Is it okay? Well,
No,
no, it
that's
was this.
When it was raining?
because I think we're all jumping all over the place. Yeah, because they jumped out. It started raining after they
this.
dug through the shit.
Right,
Because
you're
she
right,
jumped
you're right.
out because the thing was sick.
That's
which
right.
I still to this day love the picture of Spielberg and the dead triceratops, and people were like all pissed off, like the anti-hunting
God, that's
hunting
so great.
people.
The PETA people.
So
like
funny.
when they post that stuff to random like Facebook groups and they
So
just lose
funny.
their mind. It's like, it's a fucking dinosaur.
It's
Above all else, I mean, maybe you don't recognize Steven Spielberg, the film director.
No, it's an animatronic.
But it's a fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, right.
It's not even close to a thing. It's a dinosaur.
Yeah, it's already been dead.
I mean, unless that's the biggest rhino ever.
Or the biggest alligator ever.
Oh, fucking people are idiots.
Yeah, people are stupid. Very, very dumb.
All right, so we dive into shit.
Yeah, they dive into shit.
Yep.
They lose her.
Gosh, she loves.
Yeah, she goes back, or she stays there with the Triceratops, and then the tour continues.
Oh, because they were eating poison berries or some
Correct.
shit.
Yeah.
And she like brings back like the plants were extinct as well.
Right.
And
So they've not only
something lilac or something
genetically engineered dinosaurs, they've also found these extinct plant life to
just bring back.
Cool.
Because it looks cool.
It could have been plastic, dude.
Yeah,
they won't eat plastic more than once.
Right.
Yeah, right. So then that's when the rain starts, and that's when they try to bring everybody back.
I feel the rain in Africa. Bill, where are you on that one? Come on.
Wow. I didn't know that was coming. My God.
We practiced this before the show, Bill.
No, we did not.
God, imagine if we
Clearly,
did,
'cause we're all
how
out of order.
long this fucking show would be.
Yeah.
Come on.
So they try to backtrack because they try to call the vehicles back. The dinosaurs aren't showing up, and the rain's about to roll in, and they're going to have to evacuate the island. All of a sudden, everything shuts down because Newman decides that he needs to go and steal everything.
After he took that bribe from Dodgson in the beginning with the Barbasol cam.
Yeah, so he's going to steal all of it. And
then stiffs him on the check, too.
Right?
It's like, dude, you got a sack of cash, and you sit there eyeballing a check like, come on, man, don't be cheap. Don't be cheap.
Yeah, right.
How much is in that bag?
Yeah, how much is...
God damn it. He's sitting there
Dobson! Look, nobody cares.
Pretty
fat guys
innovative,
eating
that
on
can.
camera. Always fun.
Oh, yeah.
Always fun to watch, especially like using the term good actor loosely.
Yeah.
But like a good actor that knows how to eat and move around a table with a lot of food.
Right.
One of the best was still Gandolfini in The Sopranos.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's just like you wanted to eat with that guy. Because he
Yeah.
seemed to not only be engaging you in the scene you were watching, but really enjoying the fuck out of every pasta dish he had.
Yeah.
That's what Newman was like in this. Because he's just sitting there, and you can have the check.
Yeah, right. Oh, jeez. And because Newman has to take down the defenses to then get to the boat and get all the nonsense, the T-Rex is let loose. And one of the greatest cinematic sequences ever created.
When the dinosaur comes on his face.
Yes. Yes.
Yum.
That's where you were going?
That's where I was going. No.
Okay, the scene, there's parts of it, and I agree that parts of it are great.
Yeah.
But the slapsticky bump in the
Yeah.
head and
No, it's a little too much.
it got a bit too Stooges.
Yeah, it got a bit too Stooges. No, but that's a great scene. But I was actually talking about the T-Rex scene. Because that cinematic sequence is awesome. It's so good. The T-Rex shows up. You see the eye dilate.
Yep.
Because the stupid girl takes out the flashlight.
And doesn't know how to turn it off for some reason.
Yeah, and doesn't know how to turn it off.
Did the water already start?
Yeah, the water.
That was before the T-Rex shows up.
So another little fun fact: to make the water effect
this is
happen, they tried everything, and it just wasn't like Spielberg was like, I need it to be a perfect circle. Like he was very meticulous about having
Nice
this
little ripple.
Yeah, the little water ripple, which today would just be digital.
Yeah.
But what they did was basically they took a guitar string, fastened it underneath the dashboard, and boom, plucked it underneath the water. Always something with me. Plucked it under the water, and it made that ripple effect.
Pretty cool.
That's how they achieved that. Yeah, practical.
Everything.
Practical fucking effects. God, I love that. And that's so like low budget cinema stuff. Like, I'm gonna get my guitar, I'm gonna put it under here. It's like, yes.
Yeah, we're just gonna hit it.
You just create shit.
Yeah, just make it happen.
Now it'd be done.
Digital water.
Oh, what was so hard with that? Move. Done.
Yeah.
It's your fucking effect.
It's your digital water. I got a filter for it.
All right, I'm taking my union break.
Yeah, right. We talked about the lawyer getting eaten. We have the biggest plot hole of that canyon just appearing out of nowhere.
Speaking of plot holes, when Newman loses the Barbasol can, does that ever get paid off?
Nope.
No.
Because there's a shitload of DNA that's just out
Chilling.
there.
Nope, never got paid off, which I'm shocked about.
And they didn't even pay. Like how
Later,
How
like,
perfect would it
Not
have
even
been?
in Jurassic World.
That's what I was gonna say. How perfect would it have been if that's how they started Jurassic World?
Right.
Was they were cleaning up the wreckage, much like in Spider-Man: Homecoming, and it's like,
Right.
hey, we found this. It's all mine and the money.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
it's like that would have been a nice little callback, and also would have paid off that 20-something year plot hole.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so
Yeah,
they
they
never
just,
did.
They just never find it.
So a Velociraptor just sitting out there shaving.
Yeah.
Because it's a functional fucking shaving cream thing. It didn't need to be.
Yeah, but
in that meeting,
He's
he's
past customs.
doesn't have to have shaving cream in there.
No, they do if they want to test it.
Oh, for God's sake.
yeah, it's got just enough.
Remember,
No,
it didn't have to be
It was
under 3 ounces back then.
1993. Nobody gave a shit.
Yeah,
It didn't. Yeah, nobody cared. It wasn't. They didn't care about bombs back then.
No.
it didn't have to be under 3 ounces back then. So
A sidebar on that. I don't know if did we talk about me bringing Jack Daniels on planes after 9/11?
No.
nips or a bottle.
No. So I don't know when the 3-ounce rule changed, but in 2004 and 2005, a group of us went to North Carolina for a week. And in 2005, we decided to fly because a 26-hour ride home sucks.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Especially when you're stuck on the Jersey Turnpike for 12 of those fucking hours. Terrible. So next year, we're like, okay, $128, 35-minute flight. Done.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Each one of the guys on that trip, and I think that we were going about 16 deep on that one, had 2 handles of Jack in our bags.
Carry-ons?
Carry-ons.
Oh Jesus.
And nobody blinked an eye.
Oh my God, they're so strict with that shit now.
Nobody.
I went to a bachelor party last weekend, and the flight attendant got mad at me because I drank a nip and tried to throw it in her little trash thing.
Yeah. 2 handles each.
Sir, you can't be doing that on the plane. It's against FAA regulations.
And we weren't even trying to hide it. We were just because it was still allowed, and that was 2005.
It's unbelievable.
That's 4 years after 9/11.
Right.
Thanks, Obama.
Right?
Was that before Shoe Bomber and all that bullshit?
I don't know. I didn't do his bio.
Well, you should.
Just want to tell my story. Moving on.
We watched the Shoe Bomber movie?
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
There
one.
probably is one.
I bet Nicolas Cage was in that one too.
Yeah, probably.
Why?
Actually, there was recently they did a 9/11 Charlie Sheen movie.
What?
No.
Yeah, the whole thing is like it's Charlie Sheen and like 4 or 5 other people. I want to say the guy that played Avon Barksdale in The Wire is in it as well. And I think the majority of it takes place in an elevator stuck in one of the towers during the attack.
Oh Jesus.
And and it's like current day Sheen. It came out like maybe 2 years ago.
That's
And
nuts.
I'm like, I really kind of want to see this movie.
That's nuts.
You know? Okay, where are we? In an elevator with Charlie Sheen and Velociraptor.
Yeah.
That's a movie.
Tiger Blood.
Tiger Blood.
That is a movie.
That would have worked.
That would have worked back then.
We had to fill in the gaps with West African bullfrogs and tiger blood.
Yeah. That's right.
Winning.
So they see that the vehicles were breached, and Ellie goes out with Captain Amazing, Robert Muldoon,
Yes.
out in the gas jeep to go find everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, and the one Jeep had been flipped over, and Dr. Grant and the 2 kids are now stuck in trees.
One of those wonderful tropes of when things go wrong, everybody scatters in their own direction.
Yeah, right.
Hey, stick together, maybe.
Yeah.
No? Cool. Okay, fuck off.
Yeah. Screw you too.
Somebody's going to live, I guess.
I bet you Gennaro would have liked us stuck together.
Yeah.
Yeah, he bailed right quick.
Yeah.
And I love how the little girl, was it Lex?
Yeah.
Kept calling back. She's like, he ran away from us.
He left us.
Which, again, we get it. Abandonment, daddy issues. Get over it. Jesus
be a
Christ.
stripper already.
We get it. You
Yeah,
come
who
from a divorced family.
Yeah, who's your dad?
And that just goes on through all the movies. Like, every movie has those kids.
She was
Yeah.
trying so hard for Alan to be your dad.
Yeah, she was.
Alan wants no part of that shit.
No, he
That
doesn't.
was the part of it.
Every other Sunday? Come on. I'm busy.
Yeah, busy. Busy. She gets sneezed on by a Littlefoot. Because I don't know the name of the real dinosaur.
Oh,
Brachiosaurus,
Brach-
Brontosaurus. It's one of the 2.
Brontosaurus.
Brachiosaurus, I believe.
Sure. I don't know.
Yeah,
I called
maybe.
it Littlefoot.
It's a Vegisaurus, as Tim would call
Is
it.
that the one with the long neck?
Yeah.
When they're
Yeah.
sleeping in the tree. That's way later.
Girafficopolis.
Sure. Sure.
Brachiosaurus.
Brachiosaurus. Right. Yeah, she gets sneezed on in the morning, and it's funny, and we all laugh, and then they basically fall down the tree Because the truck just is chasing them through the tree.
This movie shouldn't work.
Man, you
No.
are bouncing around.
The movie shouldn't work.
That's all in the same sequence.
There's so much snot and shit jokes in this movie. And then the whole Newman Stooges thing. We haven't got to Sam Jackson chewing on a cigarette for fucking 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, right. Because he's got to try and get the power back on.
It's like every fucking gas station
Yeah.
in the 80s
Yes.
has the mechanic.
So, Bill.
It's on like the edge of his lips, though. It's
it's
really,
fantastic.
It's amazing.
It's a goddamn
Right.
talent.
All right, Bill. You know what?
Smoking into the filter because that's what they keep.
I'm gonna need
heroin.
you. I'm gonna need you to Sherpa us through this movie then, because I keep bouncing around.
So when they get out there to the T-Rex scene of carnage, they find Malcolm underneath a bunch of crap.
Palm leaves.
Palm leaves and debris and whatnot.
Well, he was thrown too, wasn't he?
Right.
He
Yeah,
was
because
hit.
when they were trying to get the kids out of the car,
Yeah, they light flares.
he all of a sudden becomes hero.
the bunch of stuff falls on him when the T-Rex is going after the lawyer in the bathroom.
Right.
Another shit joke.
Yeah. So they get out there and they're looking for Grant and the kids but they're off.
But they're hanging
elsewhere.
off a tree.
Right. So they're the car scene with Tim in the car, and Alan goes up and gets him, tells him everything's gonna be okay. Tim's like, "Oh, I just threw up," and then the car chases them down to the ground.
Yeah.
Tim sucks.
And then Tim just wisecracks another joke somehow.
Oh, he's a
Yeah,
fucking jokester.
we're
there,
back
Tim.
in the car again.
Let's see what Joseph Mazzello's been up to.
Probably nothing. He probably quit acting in like 2001.
Oh, he's a very handsome man now.
That's usually what those things are.
Yeah, he's a good-looking gentleman. Let's see. He's in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Really?
Is he really?
He plays John Deacon, whoever the hell that is.
The new Freddie Mercury thing?
Yep.
Interesting.
He plays Mouse in G.I. Joe Retaliation. Did 3 episodes of Justified. Did a couple episodes of Coma. Never heard of Coma. I guess it was a miniseries. I don't know. 10 episodes of The Pacific miniseries. The HBO. It was like the follow-up to Band of Brothers. Okay. It was not as good as Band of Brothers.
Oh.
Now we're back into the 90s. He was in Star Kid. That was like that and Simon Birch. He was like trying to
okay.
trying to do something with his life. That River Wild he did. The Cure. I don't remember The Cure.
It's an awesome Lady Gaga song.
Shut up. From 1995. I think she was 12.
Liam loves his Gaga.
Do you? You love the Gaga?
I love the Gaga.
All right, fair enough.
I've seen the Gaga several times live.
He plays Dustin Moskowitz in Social Network as well.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, good-looking kid, but annoying as shit in this movie.
Yeah. And in
Screw him.
Star Kid.
Yeah, Star Kid. God damn it.
All right.
Bill, get us out of this one.
Yeah, so back now to the point where they're in the tree. And
Lex still looks exactly like she did back then.
Yeah, I saw a picture of her. Universal Studios in Florida tweeted something out. They have like a raptor experience now there in the Jurassic Park area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she was like taming, quote unquote, taming the raptor. They did like a video with
Like a
her
ribbon cutting
doing
type of
it.
deal? Or?
Kind of, yeah. So that was pretty cool.
She played Little Girl in I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker in 1988.
I'm going to get you, sucker.
I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker.
Okay.
That's a good movie.
It is. Which we'll get to next year and then spend 5 months getting Keenan Ivory Wayans on the phone.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Go listen to our Michael Jai White interview, by the way.
Yeah, it was
because
good.
he just got cast in the Mortal Kombat reboot.
Awesome.
Yay!
So it's relevant in a
Yeah,
number of
we
ways.
talk about it.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Get us out of here, Bill.
All right, so Tim and Lex and Alan Grant are in the treetop, and they're
Yes.
sleeping
Still
for the
there?
night, catching some shelter.
So they survived 3 completely unsurvivable car accidents.
Yes.
Yes.
The car misses them. Fuck.
By like a foot.
They're fucking climbing down a tree
Yeah.
as a
Rappelling
car.
side to side.
As a car
Yeah,
is
they're rappelling-
falling,
Yeah, one is they're rappelling down the dam.
In
or
the
what-
rain.
and it gets stuck.
Yeah. And then,
Okay, cool.
And then it's in the car, is in the tree, and that happens.
The T-Rex just wanted to just nudge it over the edge.
I love the
there.
vindictiveness. Who knew that this
T-Rex
West African bullfrog gene that they put in was going to be such a pain in the ass?
Yeah, who knew? Who knew?
That is actually that's the plot twist that we realize that West African bullfrogs can apparently change their sex.
Yes, that's right after that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's how they start breeding because that was one of the plot
Because
points.
they found the
like,
eggs.
Because only the dinosaurs we approve can be out there because they're all female, so they can't breed. Oh,
Right.
but you
Did you pull up all their dinosaur skirts?
I mean, yeah, very, very good line. But again, scientists not doing the science work.
Right.
How did you not know? And this guy, whoever the fuck Was it Sam Neill that said it?
BD Wong.
Well, somebody just comes out of left field like, is it the West African bullfrog? Because they can change the sex. It's like, how did you not know that? Like when we did this, so we were told yesterday.
Yeah,
Dick.
Yeah. Hey, Jim, you thought this would have been relevant information?
Now we fucked up our Jeep Wrangler sponsorship. Our pets' heads are falling off. I'm gonna keep going back to that one.
So yeah, like you said, the frog DNA with the West African bullfrogs, they can change their sex in a single sex environment.
Mexican staring frog of southern Sri Lanka. It's so stupid. It's a fucking frog.
Ultimately proving Malcolm correct. That life did find a way.
It's coming right for us.
You guys are killing me.
Oh, Christ. Okay, when do we get to the...
All right, so back to the bunker. Or not the bunker, the command center. And now they're trying to hack
Dr.
into...
Malcolm's sex bunker.
Now they're trying to hack into
cream.
Barbasol Shaving Cream presents Malcolm's Sex Bunker.
Is this when we find him all sweaty and sexy with his shirt fucking flailing open like a pirate?
Yes.
With his legs are literally falling off. I mean, he's got blood coming from his shins, and he's just sitting like, hey. Science talk.
Yeah. Life found a way. We're going to find a way.
Why are you sitting that way?
That's very soon.
It's so uncomfortable looking, and he's hurt.
Yeah, he has a bandage wrapped around his ribs.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're unable to...
sell that injury, Malcolm.
Yeah, this is the part where they find out they're unable to get the power back on,
Yes,
right?
they're back at the command center, and they're trying to hack into Newman's system there.
No.
You didn't say the magic word. So Arnold, Samuel L. Jackson's character, now has to go and manually reboot the park's entire system. So he goes out to this emergency bunker where the electric stuff is located.
Literally, this whole thing could have been avoided if they just fucking pulled the plug and reset the modem. I mean, that's exactly what they're telling us. He turned off a switch, turned it back on.
Everything's okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
But they were trying to avoid doing that for some reason, because he brought it up earlier, because they were having a shitload of problems.
Because the raptor fences were out.
Yeah, that's
so he didn't want to go outside.
And Newman was bitching about all the code he would have to do. Like, for a guy who's scamming his boss and about to steal a bunch of stuff, stop being such a cunt.
And the only guy that knows how to do it.
Yeah,
and he's kind of he's sitting there just leaning back with his fucking Diet Coke. It's like, don't be a dick about it. Just do your... Like, you're supposed to fly under the radar in situations like this. It's such a movie thing.
Right.
Where the guy who's doing the wrong shit is the most cocky douchebag that would be fired before he even got around to doing his thing.
Right.
It's like, fly under the radar, bro. Just do your code.
Yeah.
Do what the old Walt Disney says, and you'll fucking get your shit.
Yeah, be unassuming.
You'll get your bag of shaving cream, or whatever the hell you want. I don't know. I lost track of this whole story.
Barbasol presents Malcolm's Sex Bunker.
Malcolm and Newman go on safari.
Yes.
So Malcolm heads out to the main. I'm sorry, Arnold heads out to the heads out to the maintenance shed to complete the reboot process, and doesn't come back.
Yeah.
So Ellie Sattler and Robert Muldoon, Captain Amazing.
See, what you find, what we neglect to realize is at this point he's picked up by Vincent Vega, and he's brought to Southern California, where they have to go kill. They have to go kill Marvin.
Yep.
That's because Marcellus Wallace. You see. His soul has been stolen.
Who does not look like a bitch, apparently.
No, and he doesn't look like a bitch, and that's how you would know you fucked over Marcellus Wallace.
Right.
And it was taken through a Band-Aid in the back of his neck. So go on, Bill.
Jesus Christ.
I think he was taken out
that.
just because they were like, how are we going to get some emotion out of this guy? And that was probably the only... Like, he probably... Like, this is what happened. So the movie comes out in 93, right?
Right.
And all the reviews start coming in. And I guarantee you there was a bunch of, like, and an emotionless performance by Samuel L. Jackson. These motherfuckers staying like that because all of a sudden after this,
Honey, where's my super suit?
He becomes
the
Sam Jackson that we know. It's like this is the last of that early era, like Dog Day Afternoon, Goodfellas, Sam Jackson that was just kind of flying under the radar.
I'm trying.
The good supporting actor, the guy who's not trying to take over the scene.
Yeah.
Now it's just like,
hold on to your butts.
This is a tasty burger. And what's the drink, motherfucker?
Yeah.
It's going to get you drunk. Like basically the Chappelle Show skit.
Yeah.
Be fucking white bitches in no time.
That's exactly right.
Side note as well. I love that nobody ever picks up when I do Sam Jackson on Wicked Bites.
Nobody does?
Nobody.
You know what? You're doing a show.
One cameraman picked it up once, but I really had to lay it in thick. Like every time, like if I'm bored, and there's only 600 ways to make a burger interesting.
Yeah.
You know, some occasions I'm just like, I take a bite. This is a tasty burger, and I'll change my voice and do an impression. And I'm like, and I'll kind of look around like, nobody. Do you all think I'm like having a stroke or something? What?
Yeah, probably.
And then all of a sudden, I really laid it in. I was at actually Grumpy White's here in Quincy, and I went, this is a tasty burger. And the guy just goes, oh, Pulp Fiction. I'm like, thank you. 4 years later, cool.
You get me.
I've been doing this now.
Thank you.
But yeah, so few people get it.
That's sad.
It's amazing.
Because your impression's pretty good.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Laces Out is another one that nobody gets.
Yes.
Laces Out. Every time we have a stick mic with the mic flags, I'll be like, oh, Laces Out, and turn it. Same thing with like beer logos.
Was that a football reference?
Okay, what do you mean Laces Out? Ace Ventura, motherfucker.
Yeah. Do not go in there.
Culture yourself.
Woo!
Moving on.
All right, so
where are we?
Yeah, we're almost at the end.
We've lost Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
He's gone to turn off the light switch, which is apparently 10 miles away because,
Plot.
planning.
Yeah. Because plot.
I'd love to see the architect on this, not the fucking archaeologist, but the architect who built this motherfucker. Yeah, let's put everything away from where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
They might have to shut the grid down at one point. Make them walk for 3 hours while dinosaurs are eating people. Because,
That's the only situation in which they would have to walk here.
the feng shui in this room sucks. Let's put the light switch over there.
So we get Ellie in the other place where the light switches and all that stuff are, and she discovers Sam Jackson's arm.
Yes, she
comes
does.
out of nowhere, and the raptor pops out, and the raptor's chasing her around. And
Nitpicking, the shade was a little off, but whatever. It was,
what was a little off?
The
skin tone.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the tone of Sam Jackson's arm.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. It was definitely more of a white arm for sure.
It looks almost like my sunburn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she runs out of there, and
I love this blockbuster was on a budget. She made $1 billion and you couldn't even skim for the right skin tone.
Yeah, I know, huh?
So she runs back into Muldoon, and he is looking to pick off one of the raptors.
Yeah, because for some other reason, he's got a dick measuring contest with these raptors.
Yeah.
Of course he does.
And so he tells her to run. She runs, and while he's hunting one of the raptors, the other one, because their raptors are so smart, and they've told us that 500 times in the movie.
And they proved that they hunt the way that Grant says in the beginning of the movie.
Exactly. So one of them kills Muldoon.
We get the clever girl line.
That's
Clever
correct.
girl.
Yep.
Clever girl.
And then so Ellie gets back into the command center, and then Grant, Tim, and Lex are at the command center now, and they're in the kitchen area, and all of a sudden one of the raptors comes in.
The tension in this scene is so good.
So good. And so it's definitely one of the most intense scenes.
This is where he breathes onto the window.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. When they're hiding in the kitchen.
Great use of trick photography to
Yes.
actually make a trick where the raptor goes barreling headfirst into what he thinks is Lex,
But it's
the
the mirror
reflection
effect,
of Lex
Yeah.
in the stainless steel fucking cabinets there. Very good.
It was awesome.
Because I was watching, I'm like, how does this end again? And all of a sudden, crash. I'm like, oh yeah, fucking calamity.
Yeah.
There was a lot of
It's like
of
my
good
dog chasing a ball down a hallway, just barreling his head into the wall. I'm like, you're not gonna learn.
Yeah, right.
There was
Okay.
there was a ton of good puppetry in this scene too, with the foot tapping the toe and the raptor peeking around the corner. It was really, really well done.
Phil Tippett.
Yeah.
Man
Dinosaur
gave
supervisor.
us the Rancor.
Yeah, the supervisor. The dinosaur supervisor. Then they're sitting down. They feel like they've escaped. They're sitting down eating, and then there's just the very, very raptor that understands suspense, where he's just standing there.
Alan.
But he's just standing there for far longer.
Alan.
Far longer than it should.
Go ahead, make your point.
Right.
And then they notice, it's like, oh my God, that's a real live raptor. And then it's like, yes, I am.
Yeah.
You had to acknowledge my existence for me to come alive.
It's like Tony Wonder of raptors.
Yeah, it's like, holy crap.
Been hiding this beanbag for 4 hours, so somebody said fucking Wonder.
Yeah, I know. And then they're getting chased around. The real T-Rex shows up.
No.
No?
Hold on.
Oh, jeez.
So they go back into the command center with
Pump the brakes
with
there,
all
true
with all
believer.
the computers and such.
Yes.
And they're trying to lock the door because everything is all
Oh,
computerized.
and Laura Dern doesn't know how to fucking hold the door closed.
Right, she's holding it on the wrong
She's
side.
damn near against the wall. It's like, what are you doing? Just pick up the gun and shoot the fucking window.
Also, you have no momentum holding it on that side of the door.
Stinks.
Yeah.
So they're trying to lock the doors, and then Lex, because she's a nerd, and we've
Ellie
established that 800 times,
Sattler. Terrible name.
knows how to use a Linux system or
Yeah.
MS-DOS or whatever the hell she was using.
Unix.
Unix system.
Unix. She got very excited for Unix.
Yeah.
And she was able to.
She's very excited for the Unix.
Yeah.
She was
yeah.
able to
That means
break the
something else
code.
today.
Not many people were excited for the Unix back in the old days.
So she.
So it's like yeah. So she basically, I don't know nothing about. Oh God, I don't know how to speak English.
A GUI?
I don't know anything about Unix.
Neither do I.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just looks like a fun computer game or something.
Yeah, it almost looked like the skeleton of what Legend of Zelda would become.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
King's
like you
Quest?
just have to kind of move from room to room to room.
Right.
But somehow that's a computer program.
Yeah, sure.
Somehow. So she figures out how to lock the doors, but they somehow bust the windows, the Raptors.
Yeah.
Well,
So you hear a bunch of gunshots, and Hammond and Malcolm
these
are
are
freaking
smart
out.
animals.
Exactly. So they run up and they climb up into the ceiling, and so they're running away from the Raptors up in the vents.
And these raptors got ups.
Oh yeah, they
Jump
do.
straight through the ceiling. It's like, dude.
Yeah. Oh, brutal.
So they almost get Lex while she's hanging down. One of the most suspenseful scenes there. So they find their way back out into the main lobby of the command center where the huge skeletons of the dinosaurs are, and they're trying to climb down the ceiling on the skeletons, and they eventually fall.
It amazes me how, just going back to the sequels for a second,
Yeah.
how the use of rear projection and CGI got worse.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
It was 93. They were literally creating technology in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks way better.
And it gets worse.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Go on.
So we're almost at the end here.
We
So-
all agree on that one.
Yeah. So they fall from the ceiling. The whole place is all damaged up, and the Raptors are circling them and hunting like they have been throughout the whole movie.
Sure.
And then, sure enough, Rexy comes out of nowhere. Like
Raptor's
Liam,
got a rap,
like
man.
Liam said. Rexy comes out of nowhere, takes out the Raptors.
Oh, you nicknamed a T-Rex.
Of course they did.
Rexy.
Yeah.
Is this the same T-Rex that shows up at the end of Jurassic World?
Yes, it is.
Same deal. That's the
That's
it's supposed
her,
to be
yep.
the same.
Continuity.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
Schmontinuity.
That baby lived forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
I
average
just-
T-Rex lifespan?
I have no
Couldn't
idea.
tell you.
20, 30 years, something like that.
Sure. Maybe, or it could be like
Or just
100.
whenever it gets fucked up.
Yeah, it's 100 because it could also be a turtle.
I
Like,
guess.
I don't know. The real question that I always had for this is like, the T-Rex comes and like saves the day, and then it just leaves.
Yeah.
It not really. It roars in the middle of the lobby as they run out, and they say that they're not going to endorse the park, and they go to the helicopter.
Horrible line.
Yeah.
Are you really quipping right now? Everybody's dead.
Yeah.
After careful consideration, we are not going to endorse your
And
park.
it took so long for him to get those fucking words
Oh, I
out
know.
too. Like you could tell Sam Neill was just struggling with this shitty line. He's just like, "Oh, fine, take 47. I'll do it." And then Richard Attenborough fucking responded, "Oh, me neither." Yet cut to Jurassic Park 2, and it's like, yeah, dude, he is doing it again.
Yeah. Right. Oh God.
Except in 2, he's on his deathbed, though, isn't he?
I don't know what the hell he was doing. He seemed fine. He just seemed lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just seemed lazy.
He seemed almost like a Hugh Hefner type. I just want to hang on my bed in my bathroom.
Sure,
with,
yeah.
You know, instead of bitches, I got children.
Yeah.
So then the
And
final
Goldblum.
yeah, and so the final scene, they're all in the helicopter flying home, and
And Credence plays.
yes,
Yeah.
and that's Jurassic Park.
That is Jurassic Park.
This movie was so good. I don't know. It was good. It's just I've been trying to think of another franchise that went so south so quick.
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, but they've come back.
I know. They got their second wind at 5.
And the movies actually got better. I mean, they're
Yeah.
still as ridiculous as they are.
Oh, yeah. No,
They got better. I mean, granted, they put The Rock in there, and that's just printing money.
It is. Oh, at this point. Yeah.
Is Skyscraper out yet? I'm still seeing
Not
fucking
yet.
commercials
Not yet.
for that.
It's not
I
out
feel
yet.
like I've been seeing commercials for 2 years.
Yeah, Danny was saying the same thing about Rampage. She was like, I've been seeing commercials for Rampage for 6 months. How is this movie not out
Skyscraper,
yet?
I straight up remember Rock promoting that on his fucking Instagram like 2 years ago.
Yeah, no, it's not out yet.
It's like coming in theaters. I'm like, what? Am I watching a DVR from like what am I watching?
what weird time vortex am I in?
Seriously.
I can't think of one. But this just shows you that they'll try anything with all-time movies. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Anything else, Liam?
No, I think that's it.
You're good on this?
I'm good on this one.
You didn't seem to enjoy this one.
You know, I liked Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs aren't really my thing. Jurassic Park I really liked. This was the first movie I ever watched in surround sound.
Ooh.
We watched it on Laserdisc at my grandparents' house.
See?
And
I wasn't
so
the only one.
And so it was a ton of fun. Like I really, really enjoyed it. But I appreciate how good this movie is. It's just not. It's never captured me the way that it has for some other people.
You weren't a dinosaur kid?
I wasn't a dinosaur kid.
Well, apparently the film did inspire quite a few people because the study of paleontology got record increases in students after the movie came out.
Yeah.
Toronto named their basketball team after the fucking Raptors.
It's true.
Think about that one.
It's very true.
I liked, and even thinking about that, the subtle reference in Jackie Brown. Sam Jackson sitting there holding the Raptors bag.
Yeah, right.
It's like, they bit your arm off.
Yeah.
Well, they left the arm. They bit the rest of you off.
Yeah, they bit the rest of you off. They left the arm.
And yes, and then, of course, Jurassic Park spawned 2 sequels to Jurassic Park and the spin-off reboot of the movie Jurassic World, and Jurassic World Fallen Christ just hit theaters as Fallen Kingdom.
Fallen Christ.
We definitely need to make that t-shirt.
Yeah.
I was going through the training day thing and I referenced there. I'm like, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good. We're really going to piss off the religious people on this show, I feel.
Yeah. I
We
don't
got
care.
Electric Jesus and Fallen Christ now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care.
Whatever.
Controversy is good.
As long as it makes me $20, I'm good.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
So now that is Jurassic Park. Coming up next week, Basketball.
Basketball, one of my favorite movies.
The Milwaukee Bears.
The Milwaukee Bears, Matt Parker, Trey Stone. Oh, we are going to do it. Little bitch.
Trey Parker, Matt Stone. But that's all right.
Whatever. Whatever.
The South Park guys and the guys who created the Naked Gun team up for basketball.
So funny.
It's such a funny movie.
It is.
That I still, again, much like I mentioned earlier about the Pulp Fiction thing, I still reference to this day.
Absolutely.
And most people just don't get it.
Don't get it.
Love it.
Yeah.
So that'll be next week on That Movie Show, Basketball. And what are we doing, Bill?
What's up?
That was a hard cut.
I know. It's all good.
So coming up next week, basketball. Thank you for joining us on That Movie Show. Make sure to follow all of us on the Twitter, at Mike Wendt, at Liam NAI, at Bill Neville NAI. Follow the show, New Age Insiders, and hashtag That Movie Show. Of course, go to newageinsiders.com for the full audio and video archives of That Movie Show. And we will be back next week to laugh along with basketball.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.